This is NDTV, and you're watching Classics.
Hello and welcome to Walk the Talk. I am Shekhar Gupta and my guest today, one of Hindi cinema's most talented, versatile and durable actors. And not just that, he is also perhaps one of the most controversial and yet most lovable. Sanjay Dutt, welcome to Walk the Talk.
Thank you, Shekhar, sir.
We waited a long time. I could have also added one more adjective, one of the most shy.
Thank you.
Why so shy?
I've always been like that, Shekhar. Always been like that. Very shy and quiet.
Except while performing on screen.
Absolutely. Otherwise, I'm pretty shy and I talk a little less. And I think all those journalists complain that.
Well, I'm sure they do. In fact, even when I was preparing to chat with you, everybody told me, but he doesn't talk.
No, but we'll talk today.
Talk today. And walk your talk.
Yes, sir.
Walk your talk. These have been tough times for you.
Yeah.
How do you cope?
Believe in God. I believe in my family. Believe in myself. Believe in the people of my country. And when I look around and I see that so many people love me, I mean, I really...
And believe in the judiciary.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's the beginning. Total belief in the judiciary. Absolutely.
But what's your day like? I mean, when do doubts assail you in the course of a day? And what do you do when doubts hit you?
Nothing, Shiva, actually I'm so busy in my work and stuff like that. You know, I get up, I have my breakfast and I'm off for shooting and things like that. And you know, there's such a creative world where we don't have time for doubts only. I mean, it's like we're always in the scene or we're always improvising, we're always trying to do something better. You know, so the day goes by like that, then I come back and I go to my gym, I work out there and just be with family after that.
And does worry cross your mind at some point? Sote hue, utte hue?
Yes, absolutely. Worry does cross. I mean, I'm a human being and it will cross. But I mean, I pray to God a lot and I just have faith.
So what happens when... Do you get a fright sometimes? Do you get cold sweat? God forbid, if I have to go back where I spent 18 months?
Yes, it sometimes happens. It does happen. But then, like I just said, I mean, I really believe in the Almighty. I believe in the judiciary of our country. I believe in the people of my country. And it makes me feel better, you know.
Because the fact is that you are, at least the charge of terrorism is off your back,
That's,
isn't it?
yes,
off
sir.
your head, in fact, more than the back.
Yes, I mean, it's a great relief and I wish my father was alive to just hear those words, you know, and that's what he wanted to hear all the time.
Now, when your father was around, these worries were still there. Did you ever ask your father? I'm sure you asked your father, what do I do? I'm worried, I'm concerned, I'm scared. How did he advise you to cope?
Well, you know, that is what we miss in Dad, is that he was such a pillar of strength to all of us. I mean, he just stood by there like a rock. I mean, I knew that I could lean on him. I knew that, you know, he would just hold me and say, son, I'm there. And which he did, you know, so many times. And that is one thing we all miss, you know, miss Dad a lot.
Do you remember some conversation with him when he said something to you that stays with you?
No, he used to just hold me and he used to tell me, Putar, main aana hote, main tere ko la. I mean,
he spoke to you in Punjabi.
Yes, he used to speak. And it used to give me so much of strength, you know, that, I mean, but we really miss him.
Even when you were in jail, he was visiting you
Yes,
often?
yes.
And what did he say to you? Because you were obviously distraught.
No, he said that the truth will prevail one day and I'm there and, you know, things like that. He used to tell me.
But did he ever have doubts?
No.
Never.
Never.
He never got irritated and he said, "Par kiya kyun tha? You know, why did you get into this mess?"
No. He never said that. He just said that I know you're not. I mean, you know.
But there were times when he was helpless.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he pleaded with everybody on your behalf. He went
That
to-
I didn't see that
Right.
part because I was, you know, not there.
Right.
But I heard that, yes, he did all that.
He
and
went to Bala Sahib, you know.
went to everybody, yes.
You felt for him, that, someone as proud as him had to.
Of course, I felt for him. Definitely, I did.
And now he would have been happy.
He would have been the
At least
most
in the
happy.
journey so far.
Yes, he would have been very happy. You know.
So there's one thing, a jail sentence is one thing, but a jail sentence for terrorism is something else.
Yes, it's absolutely right. And like I say, I mean, God is great. I mean, and things are good, I think.
Well, things have been good for you this year. You got Munna Bhai, second, and,
Yes.
and this.
Yeah.
But there is this very interesting contradiction. One side of your personality is this case, which has now gone on for 1.5 decades. So you hit the headlines all the time for the case. And then you hit the headlines for something like Munna Bhai. Life is bittersweet.
It is, yeah. But Munna Bhai is great. I mean, it's just a total turnaround in my career, I think, Munna Bhai. I mean, it's such a great character to play. And especially Circuit with him. Have you seen...
Yes, but I hope you know how many dogs in this country have been named Circuit. As the country's favorite sidekick now.
Circuit. Absolutely. Sir. But I mean, Munna Bhai came along and Raju is such a soft director.
Raju Hirani.
Yes, that I mean, I used to wonder in the first schedule that कि मतलब क्या बना रहा है, what is he making, because he was too soft. But then as time went on, I just knew that he's making one of a landmark film, MBBS, and then Lage Raho Munna Bhai, I mean, just to spread the message of the great Mahatma Gandhi in such a beautiful manner.
No, but given the complications that you were carrying in your life, you were not hesitant playing a gangster again, or speaking the gangster language. I know you did Vastav shortly after your incarceration. This never bothered you?
No, it didn't bother me because Munna Bhai he's a lovable gangster.
Right.
Munna Bhai wants to go and become a doctor.
Right.
Munna Bhai wants to spread the word of Gandhi around. And what Gandhi ji taught, I think everybody had forgotten actually. And he revived it totally, Gandhigiri and, peace and all those things.
Tell me, Sanjay, when you were in jail, did you ever read about Gandhi? Did your father ever talk to you about Gandhi? Did you ever think about peace? Because jail, Arthur Road is a tough jail.
No, absolutely.
Because it's not full of nice guys. No jail is full of nice guys, but Arthur Road in particular.
No, absolutely. I mean, my father was a Gandhian himself. My mother, he believed in what Gandhiji said. So we've all been raised like that, basically, Anju Priya and me, So, I mean, definitely it made a big difference.
Sanjay, knowing where you are in your very tough journey, I know that you can't talk too much about your case, particularly the merits of the case. But just tell us a little bit about your 18 months in the jail. Some things that remain imprinted on your memory.
Well, to be honest with you, I mean, it was quite a shock to me initially. But then gradually I started reading a lot. And I started praying a lot. And I read the Ramayana, I read the Gita. And I've read a lot of books out there in jail. And just meeting interesting people. I mean, sitting and eating food in the rain.
Right.
Things like that. But I used to pray a lot, hell of a lot.
And is that when you discovered that spirituality in you? Because you are not a religious person before
No,
that.
I've been always a religious person. Always I go to mandir and I have a mandir at home also. But I mean, I never sat and ever got to read.
And you are a mixed religion family.
Yes. But I never got to read the Ramayana and everything, though my father used to tell me. But I read all those books and I think it's just brilliant. Those books were just amazing.
But it was a tough experience.
It is tough for anybody. It was a very tough experience.
Were there times when you said to your father, I gave up or I can't handle it? You were a very spoiled child.
No, I've never, because I used to see my father so upset. I used to see tears in his eyes sometimes. So, I mean, I had to put up a front where I had to tell him that it's okay and, you know, everything will fall in place. I've not done anything. But Dad used to get upset a little bit.
So he was more upset than you, in a way.
No, I was upset, but I had to tell him, you know, because if I started having tears in my eyes with him, he would have been just broken.
Right. But Sanjay, you've had a tough time in your life from your childhood, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Take us back a little bit.
Well, it starts with my mom.
Right. The mom's sickness.
Yes, I mean, just her detection of cancer, that whole journey to America, you know, and in those days, I mean, they weren't as
Treatment
advanced
yes.
as they are now. And the struggle I saw, you know, again, my father struggling and my mother struggling to survive. We guys were just kids. And she went through major surgeries and, you know, we saw how she was and I mean, I was big enough to realize it, but Priya was small, you know. And then eventually we got her down and eventually she passed away. And that was another big shock to all of us and especially to Dad, you know, who had lost his life partner. And, you know, he had to raise us three and he raised us brilliantly. He was a mother, father, he was a friend, he was everything to us. And that was one. Then came my drug phase. You know, again, that was a bad phase of 9 years. Again, my father struggled for me.
Tell me a little bit about that. How did that begin and how did that end?
Well, it began just with friends, you know how it is. And I can't blame that my mother's death put me onto that. That's all. That's all.
So no excuses.
No excuses. It was just friends and just wanted to try something. And it just became more and more every day.
And as with most addicts, one moment of weakness does it.
That does it. That does it. And till one day, I mean, I went up to my father and I told him that you have to help me, you know.
Oh, you confessed to your father?
Yes, I did. I just didn't like myself like that. And I told Dad that, you know, you got to help me. And he said, okay. And he took me to Breach Candy Hospital. I was put there. And then he flew me straight to the United States. And I was there for 1.5 years in treatment.
In Texas, I believe.
In Mississippi.
Mississippi.
Yes. Copac was the rehab center.
Right.
And touch wood, I mean, there's no looking back after that.